What's up, guys? Peace. So I'm gonna try to make this video again. I previously attempted to make this video, but it ended up being too long. So a subscriber of mine sent me an interesting email, and I could have simply replied to it, but I thought it'd be of more value if I upload a video, because I feel other people will have these questions about being a pre-med. And these are questions I once had and I wasn't able to answer myself. So now I'm just going to answer these questions in my perspective. And I'm going to make this quick, and sorry for my voice sounds so low right now. I just woke up, but this is the second time making this, and the first video had so much more enthusiasm, but it is what it is. Let me not waste any time and let me continue. So I'm going to read the first paragraph of this email, and it says, subsequently, and remember, this is one of my subscribers, so this video is for you, man, and you'll know. So subsequently, many critics scream and chant that becoming a doctor and surgeon takes such a long time, but to be honest with you, I could care less about that time. Why? Because time passes regardless, but I'm worried about the immense debt in the classes. But I prepared myself since I attended a community college. Once I graduate and transfer to a four-year school, I'll push myself to extreme levels. No social life? Wow, okay. No social life, studying, tutoring, and just music. LOL, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, and Drake. Nice, nice. So, okay. So the first question, do you have a social life, or does school occupy most of your time? So yes to both of those questions. I still do have a social life, and school does still occupy most of my time. Like, let me elaborate. It makes it, it's you know, at times it may seem as if getting into or being a pre-med also entails not having a social life. That's totally false. I feel like us as human beings, we have to be social. We are social beings. This is what makes the human experience. Now, the thing to understand is this: my social life is limited, and this is my choice. I've gotten to the point where I value this information I'm learning. This information I'm learning is information that could potentially be life-saving to someone, and I've realized that. And sometimes that might not be easy to see when you're learning these classes, but it is possible to see that. And it comes to the fact that, you know, I'm in a library and I'm learning about oxygen saturation, I'm learning about the myoglobin curve, I'm learning about all these kinetics, information pertaining to proteins, etc. And this thing is like zzz, 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 you know, like every 10 minutes, or, you know, 7 minutes, and I have to turn this thing off and put it in my book bag. So basically, it used to be like 80% or 90% of the time I'm communicating with someone, I'm connecting with someone, but now it's limited. It's like 30% of the time I'm communicating with people. The rest, I am in the library studying. I'm studying because I want to learn this information. So it all comes to a point where it really is up to you. So yeah, you still have a social life, or I still have a social life. And it's funny, some people will say I don't have a social life, and these are people who are pre-meds, you know. And some people say I do have a, or should I say other way around? There's people who say I have no social life, and these are people who aren't pre-meds. And then some people say I do have too much of a social life, and these are people who are pre-meds, you know. So it is what it is. It's funny. But anyway, let me continue. So yeah, so okay, what is your GPA as of now in pre-med? So right now, my GPA was a 3.45. Right now it's a 3.55, something like that. Yeah. So I want to increase it, of course, as with anyone, and I'm gonna push to do that. You know, last semester I actually got all A's in my classes, thank God, and it was through a lot of hard work. And I cannot, there's no way I can there's no way I can describe the amount of work that I put in, but it is the hard work that pushes you forward. I could tell you that. And that, you know, I didn't even think I'd get all A's in my classes. You know, I thought I'd get 1B, but anyway, my GPA is a 3.55, and I'm working to increase it. So Next question: did you take the MCAT? I'm actually studying for the MCAT right now. No, did you take the MCAT again? That's the question. So I already took it in June. I didn't do so hot. I made a video about it. So now I'm planning to take it again. Right now it's December and I'm gonna take it in January. So I'm working towards that right now. I'm studying and it's stressful, but I don't even want to talk about it. But I'm studying for it right now, and I'm just trying to push through it. So okay, next question. So far, what advice would you give for someone about to start pre-med? This is a very good question. This is a very decent question and something I'm still trying to answer myself because every day I'm trying to better myself, trying to make myself a better student. But so far with what I've known and what I've through my perspective, okay, one thing I could say, okay, let me try to answer this truthfully. No, okay, here's the first thing. Know why exactly. Know the exact reason, the exact drive of why you want to be a pre-med, why you want to be a doctor. Why do you want to know this information? It comes to a point where if you get a low score and on a test, and if you fail a class, and this may happen, it's inevitable. If you fail a class, it comes to the point where you ask yourself, how bad do I want this? Do I really want to become a doctor? Because if you really do, you're not going to let that one failure stop you. It sucks getting that failure. It sucks getting that low grade on the exam. But some people, tell you the truth, some people stop being pre-med because of one class they failed. And so therefore you have to go back and ask yourself, why am I doing this? And if that reason is big enough to keep pushing you forward, then that shows that you are able to keep pushing forward through these failures. Because there's going to be times where you're a doctor and a patient dies. What are you going to do? You have 20 other patients to see. This patient has died and it sucks. You want to stay with this patient. You want to do whatever you can. But it's like, if you don't move on, all these 20 other patients may die. So that's the first thing. Know exactly why you're doing this. The second thing, know what distracts you. Know what removes you of your time from studying, from learning. Like, I mean, I could tell you one thing, this thing right here, this phone, it's a huge ass distraction. I'm not gonna lie. Facebook, huge distraction for me, right? YouTube can be a distraction for me. Certain people can be a distraction for me. So you want to know what your distractions are. There are certain people that will really bring you down, that will talk about their problems in a way that is not helping them to move forward, and you waste your time by being around them. You know what I mean? And you'll see this. Whatever removes your time from studying is a distraction, and it's important to understand what those are. Let me continue on, because I could say a lot of things, but those are some things. Let me continue with these other questions. And one last thing, you just gotta go hard. There's no way around it. It's like Kobe. I've been watching Kobe videos lately about his work ethic. Go to YouTube, type in Kobe work ethic. This guy lives, breathes, and eats basketball in ways I've never seen before. But anyway, let me continue. So these are questions pertaining to my living situation. So first question is, do you work outside of school? No, I don't work outside of school. I think the next question will kind of elaborate on that. The next question is, can you survive without working while attending college? And okay, so yes, you can. I am. I'm not working, but here's the thing. I think being able to survive without working, it depends. It really depends on your current living situation. Everyone has different experiences. Some people, they have parents who've died, so they have to work. Some people, they have children, so they have to work. Some people, and this is a situation that a lot of my friends are in, some people aren't as close to their parents, and they don't feel like their parents will provide. And at times when they ask their parents, Their parents don't, meaning at that specific situation, their the most that their parents can do, or the most that their parents will do at that specific moment in time, is just provide them for a place to stay, and not any other support, not emotional support, etc., whatever. So, but let's focus on financial support. It really depends on your situation. So some people have many situations. Some people have debt, and so they have to work. Me, I don't have to work. My aunt allows me to stay with her, so I don't have to pay. I don't have to worry about rent. I don't have to worry about food, and it's such a blessing. All I have to do is focus on getting to school and coming back. Another thing is I have scholarships that's paying for all of my school. Here in Georgia, we have something called the Hope Scholarship. And basically, if you graduate from high school with a 3.0 GPA or higher, which is beautiful, it's compared to other states. So if you graduate from a Georgia high school with a 3.0 GPA or higher, you can attend a Georgia school, university, or college, and 83% of your tuition will be paid, as far as I could remember. And also the Pell Grant pays that together, the Hope Scholarship and the Pell Grant, it pays for my school. If you're in college, you know what the Pell Grant is. So because of those things, I don't have to work, and I'm glad I don't have to work, meaning I could spend way more time studying. So, but that doesn't mean that if you're working, you're not going to get into med school. That's not what it means. You just have to put more sacrifice when you're working. You have less time to study, so you gotta go even harder. So I give props to my people, so to all my friends who are working and they're pre-med, because it's crazy. It's a lot, but they're still pushing. And there's people who do become doctors who have to work in undergrad. Let's see. Have you taken out any private loans? No, I haven't. Let me get off of that. Okay. How does your family feel about your decision? Let me go through this quickly. Yeah, so my family, of course, they don't regret me being a doctor. I don't think any parent would would feel bad about their children not becoming a doctor, because it's such a respected place to be. It's such a respected field to have someone's life in your hands, to even have someone's child have someone's life in their hands. And people talk about, oh, you make so much money. Yeah, I try not to focus on that too much, but it is the reality of the situation. When you're a doctor, you do make a decent amount of money. That is if you are financially educated, you know how to manage your money. Let me not get into that, because I could talk so much about that. But anyway, I wasn't forced. I feel sorry for those people who are forced to either pursue engineering or medicine. It sucks, but again, let me not make this video too long. I really want to answer this last question and finish. Last question, do you ever look back and regret your decision? Hell no. Hell no. There are some times I feel like giving up. Yeah. Even now, I'm studying for the MCAT. I can't explain the angst, and I'm not even gonna attempt. But I really want this, and I don't care how many times I fail. I'm gonna keep pushing forward. I failed at MCAT once, or should I say I didn't get a good score, and I want to take it again, and studying for it again hurts, but I'm gonna keep pushing for it because I really want this. I know I can really work hard at this, and I know I can be a good doctor. So it doesn't matter how many failures that I've had, I'm gonna keep going. So that's my last question. It's 14 minutes. I'm gonna see if this video can upload. If you have any questions, shoot me a comment, message me. Stay positive, guys. Keep pushing. And yeah, again, don't be afraid to message me. I have Facebook, I have a Twitter, and I'd like to connect with other people who are going through this, who are going hard, who are serious about this, and and it's amazing. So this video is for you, and this video is for anyone who has these questions. Stay positive, and peace.